be Vitali starting on that CT side. 3 players towards B to kick things off, but Tyloo, whoop, Apex. Hello.
Well, goodbye, Summer. Just got his head caved in. Insta headshot delivered so quickly. Tyloo going to try and bounce back and counteract with a waterfall potentially. Bentet's the first to go out. The current of terrorists now landing on Pit, but they have met the dam in the form of Alex and Shocks, both putting in USP headshots. Play a balcony, Pit, graveyard. There's so many angles, but they're going to give him that first kill for free. But ZywOo, well, not... certainly never ideal. Puts him in that headshot range, I guess.
Yeah. Not long for this world anyway, obviously, on just a Glock round, but...
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, this is just expendable round territory right now. If you can get any kills, it's a nice bonus, but ultimately, it should be a bloodbath. Should be an absolute frenzy of kills. Bentet's going to peek in slowly. Apex takes his head clean off. It's very nicely done from Vitality. They have beat down Tyloo, but here
it could be quite good for them. It's really just kind of Apex holding the archway.
Ooh, ZywOo nearly gets a double kill. He does finally get it. Last tick, I was about to say. Attacker was so low, had been dinked up from the MP9. So lots of money in the back pocket for ZywOo with his AWP. He's going to want to pick up as soon as possible. Meanwhile, though, Tyloo still have 45 seconds. They took all that early initiation. And so, therefore, still plenty of time at their disposal. But they're going to have to move together. They are a player behind.
They slowed down enough to force kind of Apex and Shocks to respect B as a threat. But now Shocks has rotated back in the spawn. Still on Alex and RPK, though, for now. And they've lost one already.
Did Alex just flash himself?
I'm not
sure. It looked like he
sure.
flashed short and walked into it, and he was fully blinded coming around the corner. It's kind of awkward, but Tyloo
kind of quickly engaging on the B bomb side here. They have a smoke on CT spawn. They even have kind of somebody in a little bit of a forward position. Bentet actually takes the duel with Apex and wins it. That's going to prompt them to just go ahead and push into this. The bomb's still left on T stairs, but they're getting so much. Look at this from somebody in CT spawn. Is caught, though.
Oh, the smoke's not quite on point. ZywOo can see a small gap in it. And that's the bomb that gets dropped alongside with him. So that's some vital information. They do still have time to rotate to B. So Vitality have to keep Shocks over here just to make sure that's not the case. Molotov has gone down, but meanwhile, RPK is going to be called upon. He's playing on a very forward position next to the hay bales. He spots Attacker through the gap of the hay bales. The cart itself does a bit of damage to Freeman, and this should be a formality at this point. And Vitality cruise to a 3-1. Yeah, and I feel like they kind of have to go aggressive in rounds like this when you have no utility. You just have to get up in the face of the CTs and hope for the best. Somebody insta headshot finishes off Apex, but can't get his hands on the gun as Alex is there with 2 kills of his own. He's holding it down on Arch. ZywOo gonna make sure he doesn't get spun from the backside. Bomb's also gone sprawling out, and ZywOo with another the rest of the team.
New role.
Meanwhile,
though, kind of a big part of that.
Sure, yeah. Meanwhile, Shocks has landed the grenade perfectly onto somebody who's on 19 HP. He's trying to cling on. Maybe aggressed on though. Tyloo are going all in. They don't have time. Beautiful entry from Summer. There's a slight gap in the smoke, but there's nowhere there from the CTs to deal with it. Bomb is going to get planted, but Vitality briskly moving in for a potential retake. They're not going to be saving just yet. If this first encounter goes against them, expect to see them pull the plug, but it's going to go in their favor. Summer gets a little bit too antsy. He's been clobbered by Shocks' AK, and all 3 players from Tyloo are dangerously low. Downside for Vitality, they have no high ordnance. They have no explosives to play with. There's going to be flashes and smokes. Kills are being exchanged. Bentet, the last man standing, is no longer going to be perched up. He's been slumped by Shocks and Vitality. And that's why Vitality won't care about that. They want to keep as many players alive as possible. Shocks is going to be a dead man. A swarm of terrorists find their way into him. CZ frag, but Alex able to come back with 2 of his own. Oh, they nearly lined up. Summer nearly had 2 headshots for that CZ. That would have been disgusting. But Tyloo, considering it was such a low investment, bomb plant plus 2 kills, really solid out. Especially as it probably won't be anticipated. They've been playing very passively so far, Vitality, not going aggressive up banana. The only time we saw them apps is when they had MP9, so full rifles in the short side and pits, and no one's watching Arch for the time being.
ZywOo rotated as well to be.
first kill goes to Shoxo in this encounter. There's no scope. And meanwhile, RPK has his back. Looks like they're going to go back to a bit of aggression. Flashes out, smoke's being deployed, but it's Alex. Again, it's Vitality getting the first kill. Molotov and flash down. RPK's going to get a double barbecue. And as Tyloo are burning to a crisp, and Vitality again. Clear. Last time they had pistols, they went aggressive on B. There's just the one player against them. This time there's two, and Alex is the second. Then Tet with a crisp one dig, and Tyloo, they're turning this around somehow. The bomb, last seen on the B site. Oh, Attacker, he was getting greedy for weapons. Shox, though, one-on-one against Summer, who now has an AK-47 at his disposal. Can Shox go big again? Yes, of course he can, as Summer runs straight into it.
Now it's 9-1. Tyloo able to get the full buyback. This time, Shox is feeling himself. He wants to go for something really aggressive. He does get punished. It's all on Apex now. Trying to see if he can grab that op back. He does. He's staying around as well, and he might find something. Didn't take the shot.
Oh, he's missed. And that aggressive position has cost him dearly, and potentially Vitality a second round. Alex doesn't have a huge amount of funds, actually. 3.7k, as opposed to the rest of his team that are looking pretty good right about now. But he's going to take the initiative and go for the play. RPK goes out aggressively and catches Summer. With his pants down, and Attacker wasn't there to deal any damage on the return. They only saw RPK. For all they know, there's two players stacked, but it's one-dimensional. They're running out one by one. Alex is going to get that free frag. Meanwhile, RPK's making a move to the CT side. He's been caught out in position, though, and now Bentek goes in for more. This is the kind of position where ZywOo really should be thinking about saving. Yes, he's got a ton of money, but the CT side can be so fickle at times with their finances. He's going for it, though. They're feeling so confident. They're feeling like they can pull off anything at this stage in the game. Attacker going to be mollied out into the open, but I think the smoke was just a little bit too prevalent for ZywOo to spot him on the cross. M4. Not going to happen. Tyloo.
Apex stranded.
And will be checked. It's an angle that everyone are biting on this hard. They're throwing what remains of their utility, or at least one smoke. They still have something to play with now that ZywOo's gone for the peak. That's the bomb down, 30 seconds. Somebody realizing, okay, maybe B side is open for business. Maybe there is a way back in, but Tyloo are taking their sweet time. They're waiting for Vitality to push, and that's exactly what ZywOo has done. Now, do they realize there's still two players with shots very close? RPK caught, not for the first time, with a grenade out, and it puts Alex in such a horrible spot.
Whoa.
And Tyloo gonna get that round going. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah.
That ain't it, Chief.
That definitely it had the bomb at middle. They still had two towards Banana, though. Again, we're seeing this split 2 to each side, 4-on-4. I can't tell you how many times we've seen this.
Oh, Attacker playing with his food, but ZywOo has answered back. In the meanwhile, he is needing RPK to go ham, but from the pit, he will be plucked out. Only with the UMP, to be fair to RPK, didn't have the firepower alongside him. And now, this is where the economy that I was talking about earlier is starting to catch up with Vitality. ZywOo has to save, and the rest of his team have nothing to play with.
Yeah, that was a situation we were kind of building towards over these last couple of rounds. It's when these aggressive plays from Vitality have been checked, their economy has been drained, and Tyloo have, again, kind of a path to get back into close contest of this match. ZywOo trying to take this op in apartments. He has gotten the first kill up close on attack with a nice no-scope to the face. There's really only one other player who might be able to put a stop to him. That is somebody who also has the AWP, though. Pulls out the pistol, pushes ZywOo, stops him right in the end, so no gun carried over.
Tyloo could pick up 6 rounds. That's more than good enough on the T side.
Considering that they were down, like, what, 9-1, 8-1, something like that?
Yeah, 9-1 at one point, yeah. That's 3 rounds back-to-back, and it's looking like it's going to be a 4th. Early casualty is fell to 12 HP. Surely not Tyloo. They're being stalled again. They're waiting for these smokes to clear. They know they have time. There is another player in the form of RPK who is on the CT side of the smoke. Shox not going to deliver, and Tyloo will pick up their 5th.
Oh, that was labor, but he got it.
Sweet Jesus, Alex. Scared me. I'm sure he scared himself as well, to be fair. Bentet up close. It's a bit of a awkward spray again. It's Shox that comes out ahead this time. Bombs also
for sure Shox would get punished there, man.
I did too. I thought Bentet had that. They still need to retrieve the bomb, but now with the kill from Freeman, who has got some kills on the board, he can go through arches. This is why Shox is so preoccupied with CT.
Ooh, that's a big shot from ZywOo. Holy cow. And they're not going to be able to push mid because of that. This is really awkward.
That looks basic because of X-Ray, but trust me, that's a lightning fast reaction shot into tunnels, and he's gone again. This time Freeman has been dealt with. The weed of arches has been killed off.
Yep.
And now Summer, encircled by CTs, may have a free run towards the B site at least.
Shox has the angle, though. It just depends on the timing. He doesn't even put down the smoke. He just tries to step into spawn. Shot.
Whew. Attacker gonna get traded out really quickly. Summer and Apex, though, are exchanging blows, and it's Apex that comes out ahead with Shox's flash getting the assist.
Okay, never mind. I thought they weren't going to check that, but Apex does, so this is pretty much ticket the round.
Bentet, I was about to say, 1v3, and his position is...
Had everything their perspective.
Well, can Tyloo stop the push? It's not looking good. USP's rattling through. Bentet, who else? The savior, potentially, of Tyloo. Has got one, has landed a few shots through the smoke, piercing it. But no one's left on the site, so it's going to be an easy plant at the very least with Vitality. There is no grenade for Tyloo to play with. They haven't actually gone for the plant yet, and Bentet so nearly gets the kill. Alex is there, bodyguarding his teammates. An attacker is able to get the one. Freeman gets dinked down, and Apex will finish off with Inferno. He can toss in nades from the other side of the map. But they seem to have made the right decision, the right call. However, Freeman, the first player to fall. Alex going to be going round the smoke and claiming headshots. He could be in for another one, but it is actually the attacker up on the box, who's now been sprayed down by Apex. Somebody, the lone B defender, is now going to try and become the aggressor of A site and retake it. Molotov greets him to be pushing through this. They definitely heard him getting tanked up from the perspective of ZywOo, who is on the site.
To being like a true contender.
An interesting full circle. I believe it was Malmö 2016 where they started to break out, right?
LG. When I got the upset.
Yeah, so
3 against them.
Here we are 3 years later, and it hasn't quite been as rosy as back
it's gone
then.
Downhill. And it's over.
Oh, solid plays. And also keeping just on the outskirts of the Molotov, so not burning that bad from Alex. There's going to be a smoke planted down. Alex is going to have his back teammate covered. And there's the double spray. Vitality's economy is boosted.
Interesting. Shox playing apartments. That was Alex's position, actually, a while back. I was kind of wondering what Shox would do on T-sides for this team, because he was doing a little bit of entry fragging for G2 most recently, but he's classically been known to be kind of a solo player on the edge of the map. But he has been caught this time by attacker. Alex and RPK also very low on HP and could easily be dealt with.
Well, somebody needs to be very careful. He got baited in. RPK not able to double up, and it's down to the young superstar ZywOo. Doesn't have his trademarked AWP, but does have the SG. Still has the scope and time to play with, plus the bomb and full utility. This is not completely out of the realms of possibility as 1v4s go. He can try and split up the two sites. Bentet's by himself for the time being, but Summer is coming in. He's playing an off angle up on the sandbags. The one that you typically check. And
ZywOo clearing out closet and working that smoke forward to the archway. Catches Bentet, transitioning back to his rifle from a nade, and now they have CT spawn control.
I'm going to go ahead and say this is by design. That is such a sick mind game play where he sprays the wall with knowing ZywOo's already up there. It baits them into thinking they're still in mid and that ZywOo's not close. That is such a sick play. It seems like such a simple thing. Meanwhile, Freeman, he's got himself another kill. Good to see. 30 seconds to go, and ZywOo's now going to make a move back over on Arches, catches Summer.
The timing.
As he tries to transition into library, and now they're encircling the A site. There's not much time left. All it would take for Tyloo to get the one kill, but it's not going to be happening just yet. It all rests on the shoulders of Freeman. He's had a rough game so far in his difficult game.
Hello?
Oh, okay, so somehow my mic muted itself.
I was like, oh, should I start casting?
I was just basically saying that Vitality are looking like they're in cruise control, but Tyloo, they have repelled the push, so maybe they're still in this for a little bit longer. Apologies, guys. I thought I was going on the microphone.
I didn't want it to be that weird situation where I talked over you, even though I couldn't hear you. kind of deal. So I just kind of waited. The awkward silence just drags on for far too long. So we did basically miss that whole round, chat. We do apologize for that. That is some of the things that can happen though when you're casting remotely from home. Tech issues. There's more factors involved. Either way, though, we're into the 2-on-4 here between Shocks and Alex. Still trying to see what they can come up with. They will get an even 2-on-2, their first stab at a site, that's at the very least. So that maybe they can still make something happen. Smokes will tell all, of course, though. Now the rotation should begin soon from Tyloo. Might not be needed, though. Summer finds the headshot in Alex.
And Shoxy gonna be decapitated.
Big entry from Zywoo.
Ooh, and the Max are going in first. They're landing kills. They've got a player advantage. They're not able to retrieve those guns just yet. Shox finally gets his hands on the M4 on balcony. Another smoke designed to block off arches and library. This is isolating Summer. He's by himself, but those two headshots are so crisp. Is it going to be enough for the rest of his team, though, to make a move on the side? I'm not too sure which way this round is going to fall. It's a pendulum of Counter-Strike. Post-plant, though.
Yeah. Somebody was so far away. It's taken up so much time to get back here. They do have a kit that gives them a little bit of time. Can they work this 2-on-2 out, though? It's
really a great crossfire established either from Vitality, but they're going to use that smoke to get Shocks into Graveyard. Bentet not looking there. He's waiting for his teammate to move up through short side. Alex gets the first kill, and you can see that Bentet's completely alone. Somebody hadn't even pushed short yet. So he was left out to dry, as will